What's up, everyone out there? Okay, so this is real bootleg how I got my computer set up. I'm in the bathroom, and of course, I'm always having issues with my camera, and so I'm using my laptop. But okay, so I want to come on and talk about a few things. First things first is I'm doing a roller set, which was inspired by Mahogany Curls and Another Girl on Curly Nikki. Now, I used to do roller sets all the time when I was relaxed. Like whenever I didn't have any money to go get my hair done, I would just, do a roller set. And I remember one year in college, that's all I did. And I remember my hair grew so much. So this is what I'm going for over the next few months. I'm going to be doing roller sets to see what it does for growth. So that's the first thing. So I did a roller set. The first time I did this on my hair was for Thanksgiving, and I didn't use these rollers. Let me show you which ones I used. Yeah, I got so much stuff. It's just getting out of control. Okay, so the first time I did my roller set, I used rods. I used these instead. So I had a ton of these all over my head the first time. And it came out cute, no problem. But it takes a lot of time to use these little suckers, and you put small pieces of hair around it. I decided to use these tonight because I came home, co-washed, did a deep conditioner, all that stuff. So I figured I would just try this on my hair because it's a little bit quicker, you know what I'm saying, a little bit easier to do. Bam, bam, bam. Didn't take me long to do them at all. Okay, so I got my rollers on. I just came from under the dryer. I did sit in the dryer. Generally, I air dry for about an hour and then I sit in the dryer, but this time I just got in the dryer. It's 10 o'clock, and so I wanted to get it as dry as possible. Now, when I did this the first time, I slept on those rollers. Whew, that was a long night. So my goal was to get my hair as dry as possible so that I didn't have to sleep in these rollers. I may only sleep in the back because that always takes the longest to dry. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing I want to tell you guys is that I did another big chop. And I have been contemplating this for a long time about what I was going to do to my hair as far as getting a trim. Even when I go through and try to trim my hair myself, I'm not really sure if I'm even doing it correctly. So even if I just dust it. So what I did was this weekend I went to a shop and I had her just kind of round it out for me to make it somewhat even. This right in here is a little bit shorter than the rest of my hair, and this back here is a little bit shorter than all this up here. But it's still long enough that I could get a roller around it, so it's not as short as I thought it would be. So I had her cut, I don't know how much I had her cut off, but it was a pretty decent amount. But I did just measure my hair, and I have about 4.5 inches, like here, out, this side, another, it comes about right here. So, I don't know, she probably really didn't even cut that much because that's about the length of my hair before I got a cut. So anyway, so I did do that, and I felt good afterwards. I felt like that was something I needed to do since I hadn't had a really good trim since my big chop, which is coming up on my 1-year anniversary, December 24th. So anyway, so I figured I better do that to start, the new year off right, and maybe do it again in like April or June or May. Now what I wish I would have did was get a big chop, 3 and 4 months after I did my first big chop, instead of waiting until I had all this growth to decide to cut it. So girls out there, if you do a big chop, I know you want your hair to grow and you're hesitant about getting it cut, But would you rather have really, you know, a nice good head of hair and then have to cut a lot off, or cut it gradually, so that it won't be that much that you have to get cut off? So now, the next time I get it done, I shouldn't have to get that much cut off, because I have a shape and it looks much better. Okay, so enough about that. I'm rambling too much. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is I want to thank all my new subscribers. I'm so grateful that people watch my videos. I mean, there are like 1,000 other natural YouTube girls, but I figure, you know, so many people say this, we can all learn from each other, and we can. It's so much to learn and to know that, you know, one more video don't hurt. So thank you to all my subscribers. I know I've been away. It's been crazy at work, and amongst other things, a holiday, you know how that is. But at least I want to tell you guys thank you, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, to comment and rate and subscribe. Okay, so I'm just going to I was going to do 2 different videos. I was going to do a review on Blended Beauty, and I was going to make a separate video from this one since this is like my update. You know what, I think I am, because this one is already at 6 minutes. So I will be back in a second to tell you about Blended Beauty hair products. Alright, see you in a second.